Turning now, strong pushback on Capitol Hill over potential taxpayer-funded payouts to President Trump's allies as part of a deal with the Justice Department. And it is not just Democrats raising objections. Many Senate Republicans have objected as well. And this could have all kinds of ripple effects on the president's legislative agenda. Ed O'Keefe's at the White House with the details. Ed, good morning.
Major, good to see you. A closed-door meeting on Capitol Hill with Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, for example, left many Republicans still unsure about this Justice Department fund. Some senators say they pressed for answers and walked away wanting even more clarity on who exactly might get paid. One lawmaker called the fund a, quote, curveball that nobody anticipated, as skepticism, especially among Republicans, continues to grow. The Trump administration's new so-called anti-weaponization fund now is costing the president in another way. It's stalling a major Trump priority to fund border security and immigration and customs enforcement. The nearly $1.8 billion fund, created by the Justice Department to compensate people who say they were targeted by government actions, is drawing intense pushback from Democrats.
People are hurting, and this administration is acting as if the American people are their ATM.
And now a growing number of Republicans, like North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis, who calls the fund, quote, a payout pot for punks.
Under what circumstances would it ever make sense to provide restitution for people who were either pled guilty or were found guilty in a court of law?
Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche tried to make the case to Republican senators in what sources described as a tense meeting. Senator Tommy Tuberville told CBS News Blanche said there would be no compensation for those who assaulted law enforcement. CBS News has reached out to the Justice Department for comment. The confusion is fueling Republican frustration.
This is just stupid on stilts.
But the White House continues to defend the fund.
This settlement is just a small measure of the justice that they are owed.
Among those who say they are owed, Enrique Tarrio, a leader of the Proud Boys, convicted, then pardoned by the president for helping organize the insurrection.
You know, I lost a lot. I was in solitary confinement for 3 years, just in legal fees, right? I'm at like $1.25 million.
Another thing dividing the GOP is the Iran war. In the House, they'd scheduled the vote to limit the president's power over the war. It likely would have passed against the White House's wishes and is now scheduled for June. Gayle?
All right, Ed, to be continued for sure. Thanks a lot. Major, it's interesting to see the pushback from the Republicans. What does this all mean?
So, look, the White House still might muscle this through. It has a long track record of muscling through, even when Senate Republicans or House Republicans object for a moment or two. So you have to keep that in mind. But there are new problems for the White House because Bill Cassidy now has no loyalty to the White House. He lost last Saturday. John Cornyn might not have any loyalty to the White House after Tuesday if he loses his runoff with Ken Paxton. That now creates 5 or 6 Senate Republicans who have no vested interest anymore in helping the president move his agenda. That could be problematic.
I'll say.
All right, Major. Thank you.